Hello, Nigeria. Good morning and welcome to Social Media Scope. And this is a vibrant edition for you. We have Arewa leaders saying that bandits should be granted amnesty. And former President Olusegun Obasanjo is striking back and saying that drones can take out these bandits. All this and more we'll be discussing, decoding, and bringing straight to you on Social Media Scope. So stay with me. Let's dive in.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why at Cartoon Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
We blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At Kaftan TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
it's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At Kaftan Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Look at what the facts are.
And as you say on Kaftan TV, imagine a beautiful world.
Hello, Nigeria. Welcome to Social Media Scope, and I'm Chioma ABC. Let's begin. Nationwide conversation has erupted after elder and leader of Arewa Council has stated that amnesty should be explored for repentant bandits to mirror the Niger Delta model. This has sparked conversations online following a viral interview where Elder Bashir Dahatu made this statement. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. Our first reaction on X with the handle Joshua Ushe Precious commented, "Just imagine, Niger Delta was fighting for a just cause, the oil spillage, destruction of the ecosystem. Please, what is the Fulani herdsmen fighting for? These people kidnap children, old and young, and kill them." We have another reaction on this on X with the handle Lola, who tweeted, "These so-called northern leaders are the problem. From Gumi to whoever this is, with statements like this, these people will be aiding and assisting these guys in carrying out these crimes. Such a shame." Another handler with the handle Victor's tweeted, "I will never be comfortable living among repentant terrorists." Several reactions coming from Nigerians. I have with me in the house Emmanuel Opara, a seasoned journalist and businessman, here to analyze and have deep conversations concerning this. Welcome, Emeka.
Thank you, Chuma, for having me, as always.
As always, a pleasure having you here. So you've seen the statements by Bashir Dahatu in a viral interview where he stated this, and you've seen reactions of Nigerians, and some are saying that this is a good move, and while some are saying that this is calling for anarchy and not exploring any peace move at this time. What's your take on this?
Chuma, I think your first reaction already said everything I had wanted to say. You are talking amnesty to who? To bandits and terrorists. And now he wants to style it to the Niger Delta. Look, the Niger Delta youths, they had legitimate concerns. What exactly can anybody in his right senses tell me that the terrorists and bandits are fighting for? Nothing. But maybe the elder or the leader, what was his name again, failed to understand what amnesty means. Because if you ask me, these terrorists and bandits, since the inception of this administration, the APC administration, all right, they've always been enjoying amnesty. Because this is one administration, right from the time of Muhammadu Buhari, who have been we've been hearing about repentant bandits, repentant terrorists. They've been offered peace deals. They've been rehabilitated, and some of them have even been recruited into the Nigerian army. What then is amnesty? That's amnesty. You also heard recently, was it last week or so, when the former governor of Kaduna State said that this current administration has adopted it as a state policy to be giving the bandits 1 billion naira. What then is amnesty? Amnesty is simple English, except the elder doesn't understand what amnesty means. Amnesty simply means forgiveness. And when you hear our military operatives and even the government talking about non-kinetics approach to dealing with insecurity, that is amnesty, because non-kinetics actually means that you are not going force for force
anymore.
Of course. So if you are not going force for force, what else it is? It's amnesty. So it's a pity that we have people, and I think with all due respect, those we would like to call leaders in the parts of the world have to be careful, and most especially for the North. We've seen cases, this insecurity, the people that are the most victims are from the North, and we see people like this coming up, issuing statements. We need to have individuals who can speak, and we don't need this kind of people. We have the likes of Gumi who will come and they are speaking on behalf of the terrorists. Nobody actually speaks on behalf of the victims. People are being killed, people are being chased away from their ancestral homes, and at the end of the day, you want to come and tell us about amnesty. Amnesty for what? For taking up arms against the society, the state. And I think that's uncalled for.
Some people believe that, like you say, they're already enjoying some form of amnesty already.
That's exactly what I've been saying. Because we've not really dealt with this insecurity, the insurgents, decisively. That's why you keep hearing the government talking about non-kinetic approach. I ask again, what is a non-kinetic approach to dealing with insecurity? That's amnesty, and that's why we're here. That's why we found ourselves in this unfortunate situation where the banditry and the insurgents are winning. Because if you ask me, they are winning. It's simple and short. They are winning. Our schools are shut down. Students can no longer go to schools. And you tell me that amnesty is the right way to go? Of course it's not.
Speaking of insecurity, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, in a now viral video, has stated and called for deployment of drones and ending banditry and terrorism once and for all in Nigeria, and he cancels negotiation, urging the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to put an end to negotiating with bandits and following them with full force. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this video. We'd watch the video and take reactions of Nigerians.
Belong to, no matter where you come from, no matter what profession, we Nigerians are being killed, and our governments seem to be incapable of protecting us. We are part of the world community. If our government cannot do it, we have right to call on the international community to do for us what our government cannot do for us. And for anybody to say because those who are being killed belong to this region, belong to this religion, belong to this tribe, and then others too are being killed, cannot be an acceptable excuse. Before I left government, I know we had capacity to pick up anybody in Nigeria who commits crime anywhere. The capacity that we didn't have then is after we have identified and located such a criminal, we have no capacity to be able to pick him up without moving on land or by air. Now we have capacity. With drones, you can sniff them up. You can take them out. Why are we not doing that? Why are we apologizing? Why are we negotiating?
Our first reaction on this, with the handle Chete Eze tweeted, why did he not decentralize and regionalize the government back in 1962 constitution when he was there? The 1999 military constitution was trash, but he loved the consolidation of power because he wanted third term. OBJ remains the architect of our present-day rules. Now he's forming elder statesmen. Of course, Nigerians with porous recall fall for that, shaking my head. Another handle, Toby, tweeted, I know this nonsense can't happen under the leadership of President Obasanjo. It's a big shame on Tinubu for negotiating with bandits. We have another reaction on X on this trending matter with the handle Chooks, who stated, if you end Sharia in Nigeria, you end terrorism. If you stop Sharia in Nigeria, you have stopped terrorism. We say one Nigeria, then it should have only one constitution. That is the only level playing ground for every. Sharia is a big motivation for jihad. A final reaction with the handle Hendricks tweeted, it's absolutely shameful and regrettable that even older passenger is the one crying loudly for the correction and redemption of Nigeria. Where are the so-called young people placed in authority in all the sectors of Nigeria? A big shame to you all. Emeka, that's a very strong reaction coming from that commenter. I'm sure you saw the video of former President Olusegun Obasanjo calling on Nigerian government to stop all negotiation with bandits and deploy drones to target areas where these bandits operate. What's your thought on that? And you can see the reactions of Nigerians too, also pointing fingers back at him and stating that he allowed some things to
We do not need to go back to the past where we need to start pointing fingers. Somebody made a very important suggestion. We should take it. That is the way to go. We've been, using the same approach to solving this issue of insecurity, and we've not been achieving any results. I align exactly with everything he has said. See, there are warfare. There is actually warfare. Like when you talk about, there are several approaches you can use to curtailing this insecurity, and Green Tech is one of it. In 2025,
that's why he called for drones.
Of course, there is drone warfare. There's hybrid warfare, which is a combination of unconventional and conventional means. And there's cyber warfare. That is the way to go. Look,
especially when bandits are online.
Do you understand? They are everywhere, and the most disappointing thing to me about this whole situation is the fact that we don't have a political leadership that has shown enough political will to dealing with this issue of insecurity. And that's the truth, and that's why we are here, where we are today. Look, they tell you that leadership is about problem solving. And when you have a leadership that anticipates problems, it can never be overwhelmed.
Yes.
We are where we are today because we've had a leadership that did not anticipate this problem. Let me tell you, Nigeria is not losing the war to the insurgents because we don't have enough capacity, or because we don't have enough men and women to, or maybe because we are outnumbered. We are not outnumbered. You understand? If you do the right investment in cyber warfare, hybrid warfare, and Green Tech, artificial intelligence, we can easily deal with all this. And I don't think we are lacking in men or the capacity to do this. We have everything it takes. Let me tell you, when you know that Nigeria has actual capacity to dealing with insecurity, or if we have enough men to curtail order, it's when you see cases during, when we have all these, what's it called? Protests here and there. You see our men, you see a lot of them. When politicians want to have elections, you see a lot. You saw the recent election in Anambra State. You know how many men and policemen and men that were deployed there. They were able to, install order. If we want to do the right thing, Green Tech is just the right way to go. That's just the right way.
In other words, you're saying that former President Olusegun Obasanjo is
100% correct.
Okay.
That's the way to go. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Thank you for that. Moving on. Reactions are coming all over social media, reacting to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointment of former INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu, Reno Omokri, former presidential aide to Goodluck Jonathan, Ifeanyi Ugwanu, Femi Kayode, Erulu Angela, Victor Eprazu, and so many more. Nigerians have been reacting to this announcement of this appointment by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fill in the ambassadorial positions in Nigeria. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. We have on X A handler stated, 90%, if not 100% of the names on this list have questionable character. How can such people be ambassadors that will represent Nigeria globally? We have another reaction on Instagram with the handle Akinrian 2002. He commented, how can a Reno without integrity be an ambassador of Nigeria? Really? And Mahmoud Yakubu for a job well done, I guess. We are far away from being a great nation with the set of politicians we have now. You know, Emeka, when I was reading reactions on this announcement by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I saw a lot of reactions. But one reaction that stood out for me was a media personality, a journalist that said that these ambassadorial appointments are purely political, are not based on the interests of Nigerians. Like maybe President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is paying back a certain group of people who have done certain jobs for him in the past.
Clearly, that's what it is now.
I don't know.
Don't you see I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, that's what it is. Compensation. Or it's purely compensation.
Is it for the part of Reno or Yakubu?
Both for the part of the former NEC chairman, Reno Omokri, FFK, Okeye, Ikpeazu, and Ogwai. These are career politicians. You understand? But the thing here is, this is almost 3 years into the life of this administration, and this is when we are talking about
almost
ambassador.
2 years later.
Yes, you know. So does this have to do with strategy? You know, the lovers of Mr. President like to call him the master strategist. So does strategy also include waiting up to after 2 years into the life of an administration for you to appoint ambassadors? Is that a strategy? Should we call it this delay? Should we call it, of what interest has this been to Nigeria that we've not had ambassadors, knowing the critical role ambassadors play?
And now we have names that have been sent out.
It's coming late. Some argue that this move is because of, you know, in order to escape the sanctions from the United States.
Yes.
You know, President Trump has been on their toes recently. When you look at how important the role of an ambassador is, and you're having a president whom his lovers and supporters like to call the chief strategist, coming to appoint, and look at the names. Come on.
I saw a reaction where somebody said 90% or if not 100% of questionable character.
Reno Omokri is going to be our ambassador. Anyway, good luck. Good luck with them. Finally, Nigeria has ambassadors, right, who are going to be involved in the advocacy, crisis management, and all that, which is the role.
Diplomatic.
Let's see how it goes. All right, but I align with the thought that this is merely political compensation. That's why you have a Reno Omokri. That's why you have Yakubu Mahmoud, who supervised one of the worst elections in Nigerian history in 2023.
In your opinion?
And we are here, in my opinion, the opinion of millions of Nigerians. And I have no apologies for that, Choma. It's the opinions of millions of Nigerians that Yakubu Mahmoud should be apologizing to Nigerians instead of being compensated with an ambassadorial role. I think that's a shame. But let's see how it goes.
Strong comments coming for you, Emeka Opara. Okay, let's take a short break. When we come back, we're going to unpack more trendiest stories across the Nigeria social streets for you. Let's take a short break.
What's up, people? It's your boy Mayocon.
The boy Perry DMW up in this.
Guys, my name is Ike Bona, an Hollywood actor and producer.
Okay, madam, so
it's your girl in Kechi Blessing Sunday, aka Omo Logo did that one.
Keep watching Kaftan TV.
And this is Kaftan TV.
Don't go nowhere, don't touch that down.
This is Kaftan TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it locked.
I will say so.
Keep watching Kaftan TV. Don't touch that dime.
Hello Nigeria, good morning. Welcome back to Social Media Scoop on Kaftan TV. Imagine a beautiful world where we bring you beautiful stories. Remember Lieutenant Yerima and his standoff with FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Hearty congratulations are going to him from us because he just tied the knots in Kaduna State. Let's take a look at the video. So, Emeka, you remember
our fine boy officer
is
finally taken.
I'm not a fool.
So the lady, of course, is not a fool. He cannot be a fool. Congratulations to him. I think he's off the market now. Ladies can now
I think
rest.
he has always been off the market.
You didn't hear me. I said ladies can now rest.
Can now rest,
yes.
right? Because when I was seeing reactions and all
exactly.
that, a lot of ladies were, you know, asking if he's single and all that.
So now they know. Officially off the market. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations to Ayorima. We wish you a happy married life. Moving on to former president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, visited President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a rare moment of statesmanship as Goodluck Jonathan meets with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to discuss regional stability and the upcoming elections. Emeka, if you can remember, there was a story that broke out that former President Goodluck Jonathan was stuck in Guinea-Bissau following, he went there for elections monitoring and following the announcement of the coup and all that. But we've now seen a video where he came out and said that in that video he was thanking President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for intervening and all that. We will play the video for our viewers to see, and I'm sure you've also seen the video.
No, since I left office, I've always been scared talking to the media. But in this particular case, I decided to speak to the media. First and foremost, to thank Nigerians for the show of empathy, the encouragement, because while we are in Bissau, and this so-called coup happened, the information we got was that the whole country was agitated, young and old, irrespective of religious divides or political divides. And I sincerely appreciate Nigerians, and I want them to hear directly from my mouth to appreciate their concern. And secondly, to thank my president, President Tinubu, and the Ivorian president, President Ouattara. Both presidents were to send aircraft to lift us, but somehow, Côte d'Ivoire is closer to Guinea-Bissau, and there's always some relationship between Francophone countries and the Lusophones among the Francophones. They were able to penetrate their system to get landing permit first before Nigeria could do that. So the Ivorian aircraft was already on their way to pick us. So when we learned about the Nigerian aircraft about leaving, we asked them not to bother. That is why if you see the picture that was brought by an Ivorian aircraft. So we thank the two presidents, President Ouattara, President Tinubu, and indeed thank Nigerians young and old for that.
So what's your thought on this? Because some people are saying that Nigeria did not respond fast to lift the former president of Nigeria from such a precarious situation, and some say that if for him to come thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that means moves were being carried out. But I think the plane that came to pick him was closer to him and passed checks and checks to land easier and faster before the plane from Nigeria could come there. So what's your thoughts on this?
Well, we thank God he's back now. Yeah, he was there. He was in Guinea-Bissau as a head of a monitoring group, the West African Elders Forum.
Yeah.
All right. So he was there, and also saw a video of him reacting to the coup, which he termed a ceremonial coup, because it was the ousted president, Embalo Sissoko, that actually announced the coup. So from that statement, I could see that he was suspicious that it wasn't really a coup. Maybe the gentleman, the Embalo Sissoko, who was running for a second term, he was afraid that maybe he had lost the elections, and then decided to make some form of arrangements by announcing a coup. And we're African leaders, what is actually wrong with us? You are here, maybe from what the statement released by President Jonathan, although the election results had not been announced, but it was clear. It was from the statement and his body language, it was clear that the ousted president was actually losing. And that's why he played a smart move And he also called on the military, on the head of ECOWAS to, have an interface with the military so that they can be able to resolve the situation.
But he has also, if he's doing that, when he has people like former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan monitoring such an election, Goodluck Jonathan is a pillar of democracy. He believes so much in Africa's democracy. So he's somebody that when he's in such situation, he'll report the actual facts.
Of course, and that's exactly what he did. And not like what I said, he actually was calling on the ECOWAS leadership to have an interface with the current military president or head of state to, have a talk so that they can resolve this particular situation in Guinea-Bissau. If you must know, Guinea-Bissau is one of the countries with the highest highest number of coups in the history of the world. They have, since 1974, when they gained independence, they've had up to 9 successful coups, plus other attempts here and there.
Interesting.
You understand? So, good thing is back. I don't want to go into the backstory of how the role Nigeria played, because I actually read the story, and I know that Nigeria did not really move fast. But our former president, he's a gentleman and he's a statesman. He always do the right thing. So he coming to meet President Tinubu is not particularly because Nigeria actually moved fast enough, but because it is in his manner to be gentlemanly and statesmanlike. Is who he is. And that's why the rest of the world and Nigerians at large appreciate him so much. He's a Democrat. And I think other leaders, both from within Nigeria and outside, should emulate him.
Wow. That's deep.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your
welcome.
insightful analysis as always. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
You
you.
look good.
Thank you.
Thank
you too.
So that's all the time permitted for us today on Social Media Scope on Kaftan TV. Imagine a beautiful world. Join us next time where we bring you the trendiest conversations happening in Nigeria and globally. Thank you to my production team. It's been a wonderful time with you. See you next time.